eyes, Ava. There's no justifying or excusing what you did.
Tell her, Liz.
I know that.
Even though you know better.
And if you are going to turn me in, I will understand that too.
Let us what?
I'm not going to turn you in, Kristina. I think your family is
played along a little
enough
longer
after losing Sam. And I don't think they should go through the pain of watching you go to prison.
We had to pay.
And I'm pretty sure Molly would be devastated to know that you almost killed her dad.
Mm-hmm.
So for those reasons, Lucky wants me to stay quiet and I will abide by his wishes.
F Lucky.
Elizabeth, thank you so much. But if you ever do something like this again,
tell her.
Any more revenge plots, I will turn you in a heartbeat.
Can we get paid too? Everybody else getting paid. Who the hell? Nobody look at P-codes no more. Nope.
Come on in.
No. It's not the right.
I'm not catching you in a bad time.
I just knew it.
What happened, Titan?
What's going on? What happened? We spoke to Kai's doctor, and he said that the procedure helped his spine, but not good enough for him to play football again. Oh, no. How's Kai taking the news? He's heartbroken.
You're walking off the building right now.
Heartbroken. And this is all because of Drew Kane. I hate that man so much.
Join the club, baby. Punch him out.
Sorry, just dropped by, but I wasn't sure if you heard from Josh yet. No? Why? What's going on? It's the documentary. It's not going to turn out the way either of us wanted.
All together now, make it the family.
Hi, Daisy.
Amelia, you sure did get old.
This is Amelia.
Amelia.
Hi.
She almost graduated from college. Who the hell is peeking in? Hello neighbors, welcome back to the channel. Happy Thursday. Let's get into today's General Hospital review. Alright, it wasn't a very great episode. I kept trying to get myself not to doze off. So let's see how we can do this. Today, we got Liz calling Kristina over so she could finally tell her and confront her and let her know that she knows that it was her who cut Ava's brake, well, Rick's brake, and you nearly killed us instead of Ava. So she pretty much told her, Lucky told her everything, and she promised to keep everything a secret only if she doesn't do this type of thing again. Now, we all already know that she already in the middle of a plan. Liz, you probably should have just made you some money while you was at it. Because, I mean, Slick Rick and Ava getting paid. Why not you? I mean, not a drop of dime. Even Lucky went and gave freaking new Doc a whole damn lake house. How you give him a lake house and this woman been raising your child with children, even the steps, all her damn life. Ain't got 1 cent in her pocket all the time, gotta be struggling, and you gave a lake house to your buddy before you left. Nothing to her. You ain't even let her know that Alexis is being blackmailed, getting some money out of the deal. Maybe you should too. You ain't hook her up with nothing, Lucky. Okay, thanks for nothing. Anyway, she's telling her she's not going to dime her out as long as she don't make another move like this, and we already know she will. And she having a conversation with her. Slick Rick then came knocking at the door. Nobody looks out the peephole anymore. And it's really irking. Okay? She just opens the door. Slick Rick coming in. Telling me, oh, hey, I heard you wasn't at the hospital. Oop, whoops. They both look at each other. He's like, oh, I wasn't expecting you around. And Kristina like, yeah, me either. Okay, well, thanks, Liz, and trust me, we're on the same page. No, she's on her own entire book, Elizabeth. Do not believe her and keep an eye on her. As she leaves, Slick Rick like, oh, what was that all about? She's like, that was personal. Anyway, what are you doing here? I got a lot of things to do. He goes, oh, I thought maybe, have a bunch of time since Lucky and Eden went to Europe. How you already know that? She said, I knew that's what you was here for. Look, just because he was like, no. I just came to see if you was okay and if you needed anything, and I'm always here. She needs money. Yeah, monies. Like Ava used to say, monies. She needs some money. She needs to be paid for her compensation of all this misery on that wasn't even had nothing to do with her. It has something to do with crazy Luke, Chrissy, and Ava. Had nothing to do with her, but yet she's in this mess and she can't get paid. That's all I'm saying. I need her to get paid. Something. And boom, yes, today was the day that Kai, the one that's I guess solely raising himself with no family members at all at Port Charles, had the meeting with not the new doc, with the doctor, the specialist who did his surgery, to let him know if everything went well or not well. You saw it. It did not. It healed him enough where he can do some type of sports, but not contact sports. You could go running, you could go biking, you could go swimming. I mean, you are at a nice height to do some swimming. I mean, you might kick butt over there, but you cannot, and I wouldn't recommend you playing football nor basketball because those contacts. He's like, if a 250-pound linebacker take you out, it's going to take you out. Of course, y'all know he is not happy. And Trina cursed that Josh boy, the dude with the camera, out so bad. She's like, I will kick that camera out the window and flick you right behind it. I know that's right, little Tiny Tim. Anyway, she told him to get the hell up out of there with that camera, and he went running. She had a little small talk with Kai, tried to calm him down, and he was like, no, everything's over, my life's over, everything. That boy sounded like he was about to walk out. He's like, I gotta go do something, and I gotta do this for myself. If he go walk off of the building or front of a bus or something, we totally would get it, because that's how his energy was when he left. But he did leave out of there to go end up at Drew's house to tell him that the documentary is not going to go the way they wanted, even though scumbag Drew should have been there for that reveal. But of course he was too busy working up his own slime ball plans. And of course, okay, we got to go back to what our first agreement was. Sasha and Michael having that drawn out conversation whether or not he should be in Daisy's life or not. Hell yeah, he should be. He not Sonny himself, so I don't understand this story. Did you tell him yet about the little money you made from Sidwell? No, of course not. Anyway, she's like, and nothing has changed except for the fact that Daisy will now know that you're her daddy. What the hell did he do? Can he get some time with her? Can he have nights? Can he visit? What? Can they take pictures? No, because you don't even want him on Daisy's birth certificate, even though everybody in the whole damn town knows his child. But this is where we at. Okay, so he can't be on the birth certificate, but he will be known as the father. So he was like, you know what? I'll go along with your plans because I trust your judgment over Willow's. You shouldn't, Michael. You should never, ever trust anybody's judgment over your child. Anyway, so he says, I'll keep the agreement only if one thing. If something happens to you, and then I get custody of Daisy. She was like, okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, we could do that. Thank you. Y'all saw how they played with us with the whole baby missing thing, because we knew damn well that's where GH is trying to take us. We know it. That was like a test run yesterday, okay? Because I saw the previews. And at the end of this episode, who the hell is looking at Michael and Sasha through the window? Because Willow's too busy with Drip. It ain't her, huh? It ain't her. And in the preview, somebody is walking up on Daisy in the crib while she in there alone. Is somebody about to snatch this child? Please, no. And like I said, it ain't Willow, because on the other side of town, she's with Drufus while he over there trying to butter her up with his plans. He talking about, oh, I'm sorry, I made you a promise that you would get your kids, and I wasn't totally prepared. I didn't know he was going to go so low. You mean low beneath the stone like you? Drew, like the stuff that you didn't want to admit. When she was like, yeah, he even made up the lie about Wally again. How come you ain't never asked your own damn son what happened? But I guess we'll get that a little bit later, because he's like, oh, just things just happen because Michael has the money and power, but this time we're going to go at it as a plan. How about he telling her that the plan was all Martin's to get married? Anywho, he was like, dude, Marty's plan will probably work. I know it's not the best timing, it's not as romantic, but we was heading down that road anyway, right? Right? She looking at him like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should. Maybe the judge is right. Maybe my judgment is wrong. Maybe this, maybe that. Yes, Willow, maybe you should get the hell away from this man who is sucking up your energy right now and trying to manipulate you to go along with his plans. She tells him, you know, I know that tactic. Me and Michael did that just to get the custody of Wally. I don't know if I want to go down that way. So he was like, you know, just don't answer right now. Have some time, think about it, and maybe, you know, marrying me won't be so bad. Anytime somebody got to use that type of phrase to get married with somebody, then you should not do it. So the shenanigans at the pool is ridiculous. Anyway, we got Molly showing up at the pool. Look at her. She got a dress on instead of a suit because she, you know, she followed Cody's advice. She got a beer instead of a glass of wine or martini because, again, she following Cody's advice. And she sat up there and called her moms to meet her at the pool so they could talk about the fact that they did not show up to the nurse's ball. Y'all kind of late. Anyway, and to check in. And while she's there talking to that, she's eyeballing who? Oh, Cody and Ava at the other side of the pool. It looks dumb. And she's like, yeah, you know, you should try new things once in a while, Mom. And, you know, Alex like, nah, I'm good. I don't like change. Yes, we know, Alexis. I mean, because as Alexis said, I don't know about sitting and chilling around the pool. It's so hot and the sun is always cooking. I know it's cooking your ass because you sitting there with a damn blazer on, okay? On the other side, Cody is giving it his all. He done removed his shirt and everything. He got the whatever awkward pose that's going on that he thinks is sexy. And he's trying to talk and sweeten Ava all up. He talking about art. He talking about Vegas. He talking about gambling. Talking about what they won. Talking about what she did. Hey, you know, it's nice that you're here out the office and not, you know, and next to the pool, you know, with the sun and me. Yeah, we get it. He done drop balled his name a few times, like, oh, I'm so glad we met, and I wish we'd have known each other back in the Las Vegas mode, and, you know, all the things we could have gotten into. Like, he's trying to butter up doing it. I'm not quite sure if Ava bought any of that because she wasn't at work. She did engage with the conversation. She gave him one or two looks. I mean, he did remove shirts. Kind of hard with him sitting over there trying to flex every 20 seconds. And then, but she didn't really, to me, it didn't really grab her. Maybe she just felt some type of awkwardness because she hurried up and got up out of there. Like, was it something I said? Yeah, pretty much. She's like, okay, that's enough hooking in for me. Got time for me to go back into the gallery. And then he stands up to himself. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start swimming. She walks off. He dives into the pool, looks up and see that Molly is looking at him waving the bear. Yes, she saw all of that. Y'all better not play with us with a freaking love triangle because we didn't ask for this. We don't want this. We was pushing for Molly and Cody because, I mean, why the hell not? She been with TJ since she was 2. So, I mean, we wanted to give her something out the pocket, which you very much are different, sir. So, we don't need you swimming in Ava's pool at all. No, let her stick over there with Slick Rick, and hopefully when the end of his rap, maybe they go away together. Happily bliss in the gray land. And lastly, we save the slime ball. I'm so used to saying Drew's the slime ball. We save Curtis. Shenanigans at the door. You know, actually, I am upset with Curtis because you did the same ish to Jordan the way you're treating Portia right now. No, sir, you picked this marriage. You stick with it and work with it. Anyway, it was Portia who showing up at his office. They was trying to have a conversation. 1 minute, they looked like they was going to kiss. Curtis pulled back and said, nope, I'm not ready yet. I'm just not there. She's like, okay, cool. I understand. We just need some time. Just as long as you promise to give me that time, you know, we could do this. We could pull through anything, and I'll have to earn my trust again. And I promise I'll do that. As they having that conversation, here comes Jordan, just walks into his office. Hey, you got a minute? What? Oops. oops. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting? Portia says yes. Curtis is standing there. Jordan like, oh, okay, sorry, I'll come back. You should have moved a little faster than that. Of course, Curtis was like, no, Jordan, don't go. Portia, what we got to discuss, we'll have to discuss at home because we need some privacy for that. Don't you agree? Hey, yo, excuse me. Just took your little wifey powers out your hands real quick. So she was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. I'll see you at home then. He just gave her a look. Then she walks and returned to Jordan and says, well, my husband is all yours, so to speak. Yeah, no, you right. All hers again. And we don't want that because he dropped you quicker than Roger Pants, okay? Because he was gone. You didn't even get no therapy. You ain't get a second conversation. You ain't even get a second look. He over there skipped out of that door and ran straight to Portia. You ran to Portia. You stay over there to Portia. You hear me? You stay over there with Portia. He telling Jordan, yeah, Drew wants me to run the paperwork and I ain't got no choice because you know the situation that's going on. I let Michael know what was going on, gave him the heads up, and he tore up my resignation and told me we're going to fight Drew together. So to make Drew think that he won until we get an opportunity. So that's where I'm at. Jordan's like, oh, I'm glad that he talked you out of that, and you should stick around and you shouldn't let Drew win. By the way, what's going on or what's going to happen with you and Portia? Why are you asking, Jordan? Mind your business. Get the hell up out of that office. Don't you got some work to do with it? Well, shouldn't it be a desk full of papers or something? No, you in this man's office wrapped up in his new marriage that he left you for. Soon as they wrapped up their conversation, she goes and exits to the hallway to call Anna. Tells Anna that she needs a friend and a drink because while in the previews, she having some little second thoughts and hardship about this whole marriage thing between Curtis and Portia because your feelings, your deep lock feelings is coming up for Curtis. No, we did not actually. Listen. You mess around and hurt Portia if you want to, Curtis, because I'm not worried about nobody coming after you except for the tiny you, Trina. Yeah, because Trina ended up in Portia's office to tell her what happened with Kai and that Kai is truly heartbroken and she hates, and she means really hates, Drew. So everybody in the town pretty much hate Drew. I think maybe you got like 2 friends or maybe just 1. I'm not sure. However, Dr. Isaiah did stop in Portia's office also to tell her that he slipped and told Slick Rick that Lucky left town. Did he screw up? He don't want him to go bother Liz because that's his bestie. He did give a little shout out threat to Rick, like if you mess with her, you mess with me, don't F up. Got it? Rick? He would just look at him like, okay, cool, all right, bet. She ain't got to be worried about me or need any protection from me, though. We good. So that is what today's episode was. What was your favorite part? Who y'all think is peeking on Michael and Sasha? Because Willow, like I said, is busy with Drew. I know this better not be Sidwell. Like, who the hell is that? Is we about to get another baby snatch? Because that's what it looked like in the previews. And is Trina going to go after Drew's neck, or is Kai going to go after Drew's neck? But then also, is Kai going to tell Drew about Portia and Curtis' plans? What y'all think?